Wheelchair access for upstairs blocks at a seated comedy event at the Utilita Arena, Newcastle. Accessible parking at the arena is located at the side of the building with a short step-free route to the main entrance. There are a limited number of spaces, first come, first served. Charges apply, just use the location code on the Ringo app. The bays are all spacious and there are lots of drop curbs. Keep to the right hand side for the access queue and security check, then head for the accessible entrance. Head of Access Colleen and her staff will scan your tickets and get you in. Inside on the concourse there are lots of food and drink outlets and 2 large merch desks. Of course I had to grab a picture in the Funko box. For seating in blocks beginning with a 2, head to the middle of the concourse and down the somewhat hidden corridor along to the lift. I went into the lift backwards as it's very small, with only room for 1 chair at a time. On exiting the lift, there are signs on the doors to direct you to the right side of the arena. Once you're through the door, you're at the very back of the arena. The pathway around the top of the arena takes you behind the back row of seating, past an accessible toilet and around to the access platforms. It's quite dark, so be careful. There are no food or drink outlets upstairs. Our block was 203. Tickets for these platforms are marked as row U and have space for 4 wheelchairs plus companions. There's a gently sloped ramp up to the platform and each bay is clearly numbered and has seats for companions. The positioning of the platform is good, looking down over the entire arena and high above the back row of seats. However, we did find it made a convenient place for people to put their drinks, snacks and coats. The platform itself is very narrow. My wheelchair is small compared to many, but it was tricky for me to get out past 1 companion chair. Getting past another wheelchair would have required lots of shuffling. Our view of the show was unobstructed throughout. Once the show finished, we did our usual, wait a few minutes as the seating areas emptied. The platform ramp was used as a walkway, so I was stuck. The arena empties quite quickly, so I wasn't waiting long. When the house lights are on, you can appreciate how narrow the pathway is, and therefore why the platforms are so narrow. Unfortunately, this is a problem that arises with older buildings. It was just a short wheel back to the lift through the empty arena. There was a bit of a queue for the small lift though. Okay. So for complete transparency, this particular evening wasn't entirely problem-free. Let me explain. Just a few minutes into the warm-up back, I got a tap on the shoulder from the access staff. The lift had broken down. So there was a contingency plan to use a service lift, which has a couple of stairs leading down to it. Help could be arranged to get us into the lift and downstairs safely if we needed it. They assured us not to panic. An engineer was working to fix the lift and they would keep us updated. They also provided us with a complimentary bottle of water as we had no access to the downstairs retail. Those of us with companions had options, but the water was a thoughtful gesture. The lift was luckily fixed before the show finished, so it was business as usual on the way out. I have nothing but praise for the access staff. They were reassuring and informative and kept us all up to date about what was happening. They were all calm and handled the situation extremely professional and were a credit to the arena. Thanks, ladies.